괜찮아요, 괜찮아요.
Hello, class. Can you hear me? All right, great. Just give me one moment. I need to finish setting up the cacao rooms. All right. Okay, still waiting on a few more students here, so let's just relax for a moment. Okay, I think almost everybody's here. So I think we can get doing the attendance. Oops. Hey, it's the last day of March. Did anybody check the air quality today? I was outside for a moment. It was beautiful outside. Weather's perfect today. But I don't know about the air quality. I didn't check. Okay. All right, class. So let's go ahead. Where are we at? First, let's just take a look at today's schedule. Where are we at? And where are we? We are on class 5, moving along. So today will be kind of a simple day. We will do the chat activity, and then I think we'll do the presentation PPT, excuse me, the presentation lesson next, just because I feel like the chat activity is more exciting and the presentation activity is maybe not as exciting. And then the vocab activity should be more exciting. So it'll be, so the feeling for today's class should be up and down, maybe not down, but up, a little bit down, and then back up. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into our groups. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let me give you the cacao groups. Hopefully you can see your name. Okay, so go ahead and find your groups. Okay, class, don't forget to pick your group leader when everyone joins. You can use the ladder game. So looks like we're, let's see, group 1. Kosake? Oh, you, sorry, Magamoon, you are, where are you? You are group 1. Also, Kosake, can you join group 1 too? I think you're, oh wait, you're in there, sorry. No, sorry, Magamoon, sorry, just Magamoon needs to join group 1. I'll give you the link, Magamoon. Here's the group 1. Oh, great. Thank you, group 4. Thank you. Oh. Good job, group 2. Oh, good job. Okay, thank you, Kosake. All right, good job, class. So as I said, we're going to start with the chat activity. So I'm going to send you the email. So you can see that today's chat topic, today's chatting topic is hobbies and interests. Okay, so I'm going to send you that email now. So go check your email right now. So remember that you can look at these, you can use these questions in your chat, in your chatting activity, and your answers to these questions might be similar, right? So they can be, you might say not Diablo, but you might say like Overwatch. I can't really write very well, but that's Overwatch, right? So you might say, I like Overwatch. I play it every day. Something like that. Okay? It's not very good handwriting, but anyways. So remember, you can use these, and we can also, we can also make questions with the vocabulary words, right? So right now, I will give each group a vocabulary term to make an example question. Okay, so for example, you might get the word, let's say bowling. When was the last time that you went bowling? Right, that might have been a long time ago because of coronavirus, right? So your group is going to make those questions and then put them into the Zoom chat. So let me give each group a vocabulary word. So group 1, yours is camping. Group 2, yours is, let's say drawing. I like that one. Group 3, yours will be martial arts. Group 4, yours will be photography. Group 5, yours will be let's say let's do pool or billiards. And group 6, yours will be traveling. Okay, work right now. You must work with your group and make an example question. After you put, or after you make the question, put group leaders will put the question in the Zoom chat. Oops. Remember, group leaders, remember to use your group ID. And you put in answers. Oh, very nice, group 5. Group 5, you can just use pool. You could just use one of those, like pool or just billiards, but that's fine. Good group 3. That works good. Group 6, do you like to go traveling as a hobby? Okay, yeah, that works. That works. I like it. Do you like to take a photography. Yeah, I would change that to group 4. I would say, do you like photography? Or do you like doing photography? Because we take a photo, we can say, we take a photo, or we can say, we do photography. Okay, but that's good. That's good. I like your question. Still works very well, but it's not really. It's not a grammar problem. It's more like a we say a style problem. So it's sort of like an unnatural style for English speaking. But that's okay. That's why we make these questions, so that we can find some common mistakes. Sorry, I have to turn off my phone. I just realized getting lots of Kakao messages on this. That's why we do this. Yes, very good. That's perfect. So this is why we do this, right? So we can see our mistakes, and then we can all learn from them, because a lot of students make common mistakes, right? And so that's how we learn. Okay, so I got a question from group 3. I got one question from group 6, group 4. Who else gave me a question? Group 5. So I think I'm just waiting on group 1 and 2. Right? Just so we're clear, group 1, this one was yours. That's group 1's. And group 2 is drawing. All right, do you like drawing with a pencil? Nice, group 2, yeah. Good. That's group 1. I know that's group 1 because it's the exclamation mark is where the 1 is. That's okay. Group 1, where was the most impressive camping site? Okay, very good. Let's see. All right, so very good questions, class. You could use those in the chatting activity, and you can also use these vocabulary words in the chatting activity to make questions, right? Remember that it's important to turn on your camera and microphone and try to speak in English. If you don't, you may hurt your partner's grade, because they will not be able to practice for the conversation test. Okay. And don't worry about speaking perfectly. Most English speakers don't. Most English speakers don't speak perfectly. Okay. And also, this is just practice. So it's okay to make mistakes, right? Mistakes are good, because then we can, if someone doesn't understand something we say, they can ask, did you mean to say this? Or I think you are trying to say this, and then you can have a conversation about what is the correct way to say it, right? So it's very helpful. Also, I know some students feel more comfortable wearing a mask during the chat activity. So you can do that. Okay, so you can, my mask's backwards. You can wear a mask, that's okay. Also, if your computer or if the microphone or camera on your computer are not working, then you must come to class with your smartphone. Those will work. Smartphone will work. Okay. All right, so let's get started with the chatting activity now. All right, so let me put you into your groups. Oops. Okay, I need to check one thing because we might have so I need to check because I think some students might have just one moment, class. I have to check because some students might be on their computer and phone, so I have to make sure I put them into the right group. Okay, there it is. Just one moment. Okay, so there will be one group with 3 students, okay? But just, try to ask everybody questions and try to answer everybody's questions, okay? All right, so we're going to start now. Good luck, have fun. I'll see you soon. Magamun, can you join the group? Can you join the private room, Magamun? Magamun, can you hear me? Magamun? Magamun, I can hear you. Can you? Okay, just waiting on a few more students to come back. Okay, class, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it's getting easier for you. Or maybe I hope this topic wasn't more difficult, but I don't think it should be too hard. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the lesson for today. Before I start, let me get my chat window, sorry. Before I start the presentation lesson, it's a good idea to go to eClass and go to Haksib Jadoshiel and download these two files. So get these two files. Okay. This one right here, this one will be something we will use today. Well, sort of. I will talk about, and I think you should have it. I think it's very helpful. So I would say go get that. And this one is also helpful. If you have the PPT and I speak too quickly, then you can go back and look at it. Okay. And another way to find these, another way to find this Unit 3 documents is to go to the main page and click on the link here. Okay. So I would do that now. And let's see. But right now, I'm going to get us started on the presentation one, or sorry, presentation planning. Okay. So this says last class we looked at how to do presentation one. Actually, that's not quite true. It wasn't last class. It was on class 3 right here. So on class 3, we looked at how to do presentation 1. And if you don't remember that lesson, you can find it on eClass. Okay, so you can find this lesson on eClass under Haksib Jadoshiel. You can find it right here. So here's the PPT. So, oops, sorry. The PPT, oops, PPT is under presentation 1 guide, and you can see the video. Is that right? Yes. Yes, I think that's right. The video of the lesson is under class 317. So you can get all of that help there. And this PPT showed you how, or showed you what a good presentation looks like. It showed you how to make a video and add it, and put it on YouTube and send it to me. It also showed you how to start planning your, or planning presentation one. Okay, so it had all of that information. Today we will actually try to and do some presentations, and this will help us learn to plan and do presentation one. Okay, so that's what I'm actually going to do. Today, I will give you skills to learn, or to do presentation one. Okay, so we are going to start with our topic. This will be a practice topic. So today's topic for our practice presentations is smartphones, and everyone will do a 30-second presentation about the topic of smartphones. And actually, we're going to do this right now. So right now, every student will plan a 30-second presentation about the topic about the topic my smartphone. So it says your here. It's not your, it's, well, yours. Yes, it is yours. Sorry, I'll just say, yeah, the topic is, I'm going to say the topic is my smartphone, your smartphone. It's the smartphone that you have, right? So this is my smartphone, and I'm going to do a presentation about, I will do a presentation about this smartphone because this is my smartphone, right? So, oops. Right now, you will have 5 minutes to plan your presentation. You should use a pen or pencil and some paper to write your presentation. Okay, so right now, it's not a good, well, that's not good either. Oh, here we go. So right now, get some pen and paper and start planning your presentation about the topic smartphone. Okay, so all students will do this alone. Okay, just do this at home. I'm going to start the timer. Oops. I'm going to start the timer, and you have 5 minutes right now to plan your presentation, okay? So begin planning your presentation. Okay, so you can stop now. Time is finished. And let's get back to this. Okay, so this says we will do the presentations, but right now, don't worry. You do not have to turn on your camera and microphone, okay? You are just going to practice alone at home, okay? So I'm going to set the time for 30 seconds. During that 30 seconds, just try to do a presentation alone, okay? So you will act like you are doing a presentation, okay? You will not be speaking to anyone, but you should really try to do it because it's a good test of your presentation skills. Okay? So everyone will have 30 seconds. Okay? You're not going to turn on your camera, you're not going to turn on your microphone. Just at home, alone, just take your notes and just practice doing the presentation. That's it. Okay? For 30 seconds. All right? So let me go back here and change this to 30 seconds. All right. So ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, you can stop now. Good job. Good job. I hope you tried that. I hope you tried doing a presentation. Okay. I know it feels strange, or it feels, yeah, feels strange talking to no one, right? When you're just talking, but nobody's listening, right? It feels strange. That's that's how I feel when I do my teaching, but that's okay, right? Because I know you're listening. I know you're trying to listen and work hard, right? So that's totally cool. That's totally cool. But I know it can feel weird to try and do a presentation when there's nobody to talk to, but that's okay. We were just practicing. So right now, think about this. Did you talk for 30 seconds? Okay, think. Did you talk for 30 seconds? Okay, I think probably some students can say yes. Oops, yes. Yes. Some students may say no, but that's okay, right? Because presentations are hard. Some students haven't practiced or done many presentations. And also some students are just more comfortable doing presentations, right? So if you couldn't do 30 seconds, that's okay, right? English is not easy, right? Was your presentation organized well? So when you did that, oops, actually I'll write here. When you did that 30-second presentation, oops, was it organized? Was it organized? Yes, no, right? So maybe no, because, you know, since we only had 5 minutes to plan our presentations, it was probably not very organized, right? But that's okay, because if you had more time, you could have a presentation that has a better organization, okay? Could you do a 2-minute presentation? So some students probably feel, oh, 30 seconds was really hard. I think it would be really hard to do a 2-minute presentation. And that's okay, because today I'm going to give you, I will give you some tips that will help you do a 2-minute presentation just holding your smartphone. So, oops, let me see. Yes, this is what we are going to do today. Okay. I'm going to give you some tricks that will help you do a 2-minute presentation without notes, just holding your smartphone. I know that sounds crazy hard and like, no way, Jamie, you're not going to do that. But it's very simple. I have some really good tricks that can help you. Okay, so let's look at that now. And oops. Okay. So right now, you know, I want you to think about this question. Oops. Think about this question. Think about this question. How did you plan your presentation? Okay, so some students probably, they probably wrote a script, which means write everything you want to say, right? Some students probably wrote some notes. Some students maybe did a mind map. Right? And some students may have, just started talking and didn't know what to say. Right? So there's all these ways we can think about planning our presentation. There's all these different ways, right? And some of these can work well and some of these might not work well. Okay? So my tip is making a list. So I have it written here 2 ways. This is the tip. It's called making a list, which making a list is just writing down ideas. Hold on, let me do that clear. Making a list is just writing down ideas. So this is the same as writing down, oops, here comes a student. Writing down ideas. Same. Okay, making a list, writing down ideas, same. Okay, so it's very helpful. Making a list is very helpful because what you do is you don't wait, right? You just start writing. Okay, you just write. It's very quick and it feels good. It feels good because if you are trying to think too much or trying to write everything you want to say, then sometimes you forget your ideas. So making a list helps you save your ideas, right? Because you're just writing down the ideas. You're not making sentences. You're not making an order. You're just writing down your ideas. Okay. And also it's really good because you can make more ideas than you need. Also, it's a really great way to see if your topic is good. So a good topic means that you have a long list. Let me draw this, okay? So a good topic means you have a long list. A bad topic means you have a short list. So this is what we want, not this. Okay? And let me clear this. Okay? It's also a great way to learn your presentation. Just by making a list, let me write this down. By making a list, you start learning your presentation. And I want to show you an example list. So here is an example list, which you can find on the PPT. And let me make sure everybody can find this. Okay, good. So this list has a lot of different ideas, right? So you can see here is the topic. Explain bad public transportation behaviors. Explain why they are bad, right? So here's an idea: pushing into a train is bad, eating is bad, drinking is bad. They are old and tired. So maybe that's, okay, here's an example. So this is not giving seat to old people. And if we want to say why that's bad, we want to say why that's bad, we could say this: they're old and tired, right? So here's a reason, right? So our ideas can be a lot of different things. Also, on this list, let me make this bigger. On this list, I use dots. Dots are good. Numbers are not good because it looks like there is an order. Okay. So this list right now, this list has no order. If I change this to this, now it looks like there's an order, and this is not good. So I would not do this. This looks bad. Okay, don't use numbers. I know it's not a big deal, but I really think dots are good when you make a list. Okay, because then you don't feel like number 1 is the best and number 9 is not the best, right? So you don't think this one is the best and this one is not that good, right? So it's really helpful to just use dots. Okay. All right. So I want to talk a little bit more about lists because they are very, very important. So lists are a collection of ideas, And the goal of making a list is to write down as many ideas as possible. If you want, actually, I'll write it here. To make a 2-minute presentation, you will need a list of 10 to 15 unique ideas. Okay. So for presentation 1, right, you have to make a 2-minute presentation. So making a list of 10 to 15 unique ideas should give you enough to talk about for 2 minutes. Okay, so that's a really good tip right there. And ideas can be anything. They can be examples, facts, reasons, experiences, possibilities, details, definitions. Do I have stories here? No, they could be stories, right? Ideas can be a lot of things. Just anything you think of is an idea, right? And a good way to start making ideas is to make questions, right? So if I look at my phone and I don't know what to say about it, well, I could say, okay, what brand of phone is it, right? Or what does somebody want to know about this phone? Where did I get this phone? How much was this phone, right? These are questions I can ask, and then I can use the answers. I can use the answers as my ideas. Okay, so I actually want to try this really quickly. Each group, I want you to work with your group. Where's my mouse? Hold on a second. So right now, work with your group. Make one idea for the topic smartphone. When your group is finished, put it in the Zoom chat. Okay? I'll give you 2 minutes to work on this with your group. Okay, let's, oops. All right, let's do this now. Okay, go ahead and start. Talk to your group and make one idea for the topic. Clear, you are not making questions. Okay, so Jungsa Hyang, I'm going to put you into group 4 or group 6, group 6. Okay, good, group 6. That's perfect. That's nice. Okay, so we're finished. All right, so go ahead, whatever you have. Don't worry if it's perfect. Just go ahead, put it in the Zoom chat. Group 6, nicely done. Can other groups put their ideas into the Zoom chat now? Average smartphone usage time. Functions of the phone. Very good. Very good. I like those. I like those a lot. Design of a smartphone. Group 5, Jung Tae Young, can you send that to everyone? And actually, group 5, we need an idea, not a question. So group 5, can you try again? Okay, kind of smartphone. Group 3, very cool. Yes, that's a good one, right? Because there's all sorts of kinds now, right? LG's got some crazy ones. Samsung's got some unique ones. I think even there's some interesting ones from China, right? Like I think there was the slider phones, right? And then there's the note phones, right? Those are all interesting. Okay, who are we waiting for? So we've got group 6, 2, 4, 1, 3. Phone design. Boom. Nice. Yes. Love it. Excellent class. Excellent. Okay. So just to be clear, you will not use questions in your presentation. You'll just use the ideas, okay? In a presentation, you're just going to use the ideas or the answers to those questions, right? So no questions, right? No questions. Otherwise, you will lose points, okay? Do not, in your presentation, do not ask me a question because I will not answer. I will just look at you like, I don't know. That's what I will say. I will do that if you ask a question. Okay, so no questions, no questions, no questions in your presentation. Questions are just for getting ideas. Okay? All right. So last thing I want to say about lists. I know I talk a lot about lists. You're probably bored. You hate lists because I talk about it too much. But I want to explain why I think lists are important. Okay, so this is why I think lists are important. Okay, so most people just want to quickly write a script. You know, they just get their pen and their paper and they're just like, okay, I'm just going to write this really quick. And then they want to use all that time to memorize the entire script. So they're just going to be like, okay, I'm going to write this quick and then I'm going to memorize. All right, this is my smartphone. It is a Samsung S20 Plus. I bought it in 2019. Da 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 da. No, that's really hard. That is really, really hard. Okay. And it has a lot of problems. There are a lot of problems when you try to memorize it. So memorizing makes a lot of problems. So one big problem is what happens when you forget a word or you forget a sentence? What happens, right? You're saying, hello, my name is Jamie. This is my smart phone. Smartphone. I got it. I got it. I got it. Right? No. When you forget something in your script, when you forget something in your script, you stop because you are stuck. Right? So that's a big problem. Okay, that's a big problem, forgetting something. Okay. Oops. Where's my next? Okay. What do you focus on when you are trying to make a 2-minute script? Well, for this, you just focus on writing enough for 2 minutes. However, we don't always speak at the same speed. Okay, so if I make a script that's 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes, and it's 2 minutes when I speak like this. So this is my smartphone. It is red. I got it in 2019. It is a Galaxy S20 Plus. If I can speak like that for 2 minutes, that's fine. But when I do the presentation, I might get nervous, right? I might be like, this is my smartphone from 2019. I got it. It's a Galaxy S20, right? It becomes a problem when we get nervous, right? So when we are nervous, we may speak faster than our presentation won't be 2 minutes, and we'll lose points, right? That can be a problem, right? So when you make a list, you don't have to worry about the order. If you forget something, it's not a problem because you have a lot of ideas. Okay? So with a list, it's okay to forget something or forget your order because you can talk about anything from the list. Okay, let me make this. Okay, so that's why making a list is good. Also, what happens when you during a presentation when you forget an idea? Nothing. You just go to another idea. So it's okay. You don't get stuck, right? So, oops. So this is good, and this right here, that's bad, right? Bad, bad, good, good. Okay. So I know I talked a lot about that, but it is very important for doing presentations. Okay. Now think about this. Think about this. If you do a presentation, if you meet with a partner and do a presentation, you can learn some things by listening to them, right? By practicing with a partner, you can get new ideas. You can get some feedback or tips so they can tell you to fix or add something. You can find similar ideas. Also, you become more comfortable doing presentations because you are practicing with another person, right? And it's also a great way to learn your presentation, okay? So you don't have to do this. Oops, undo that. You don't have to do this, but this would be a really good idea. So today, if you can, get 2 partners Kakao IDs and try to practice with them on video chat. So you could practice doing your presentation over Kakao, okay? You could do this after class, not in class, but it's a really good way to get comfortable with your presentation, okay? All right, so now we're gonna try and do another presentation. So your presentation could be 30 seconds. You're gonna do this kind of with your group. I'll explain how you'll do this, but you're gonna do it with a group, with your group. And each student will have their own unique section, okay? But I have some more tricks for you that I think will help you. Okay, so we looked at some ideas for the topic smartphone, right? Like, so group 5 said my phone design, group 3 said the kind of smartphone, group 1 said the design of the smartphone, group 4 said the functions of the phone, group 2 said the average smartphone usage time, and group 6 said the period of use. Yes, those are all good ideas. But when we have our ideas, right, when we write down our ideas, that helps, but we don't want to use this paper for our presentation because we just want to look at the topic and talk about it. So we can use the ideas and we can find focus points that connect to these ideas, okay? So a focus point is something that we can look at and point to. It's a kind of idea, and these give us hints to talk about our presentation, right? So for example, I can point at the power button, this button here on my phone, and I can remember that it helps me unlock my phone, right? It unlocks my phone, unlocks the screen. I can turn off the phone and I can turn on my camera, or I can open my camera app with this power button, right? So the power button is something I can look at and I can remember all the things it does, right? So, oops, I'll do that. Quick question, how many ideas for one EP, how many ideas did I talk about in my example about the power button? 4? Very close. There you go. All right. Yes. Han Sung-il, yes, you got it. Unlocks the screen, turns on and off the phone, and opens the camera app, right? All right, so let me give those points to you before I forget. Where are we at? Okay. Nicely done. Okay, yes. Oops, let me clear all that. How are we doing for time? Okay, we're all right. Okay, so we can use focus points because we can use them to remember certain things. And they're great because it helps us to ignore the audience. So if I start feeling nervous, I can just look at my phone, right? I can look at my topic. It's a great way to help me remember ideas, right? I can look at the power button. I can look at the volume button. I can look at the cameras on the back, right? I don't have to worry about the order, and I don't have to worry about forgetting something because it's all here. And it will help me do my presentation without notes and learn my presentation. So every presentation assignment we have for this class, we will do something with focus points, okay? And we also need to think about how we can group our focus points, okay? So we want to think about sections to put our focus points into. For example, I'm going to do a example presentation, and I will have 3 sections. There will be the design, apps, and camera. Okay? So I'm going to talk about these, and I'm going to do a quick presentation. All right? So ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, my name is Jamie Kirk, and today I want to talk about my smartphone. This smartphone is a Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus. It has this unique red color, which is only sold in Korea. On the back, it has this camera section or set, which is unique to this model. On the right side, there are 2 buttons. There's the volume button for turning up and down the volume. And then below that, there is the power button. The power button unlocks the screen, can turn on my camera, and can get the power button, or can turn off the phone. But I'm not going to turn off my phone. And then on the bottom, there's the speaker, which I listen to podcasts with. And then there's also this power port, and also I can plug in my earbuds. So now that's all I want to talk about for the design. Oh wait, one more thing about the design. It has a little fingerprint button in the screen, so I can unlock my phone with the screen. Now I want to show you some apps that I use quite often. So first, I want to show some of my favorite apps, which are actually these widgets. So there's these here, which show me when a train is coming, but my Wi-Fi is not working. So, and then there's also this little photo frame that shows cute pictures of my dogs. That's not a very good picture. And then other than that, there are some other apps that I use almost every day. So I use, there's Netflix here, which I use to watch videos. There's Spotify here, which I use to listen to music and stand-up comedy. And then there's this book app, which I use to read books, and I can read at night in my bed. So that's really all the apps that I want to talk about right now. The next thing I want to show you is the camera. So there's 2 ways for me to open the camera. I can go to the camera app, or I can hit the 2 buttons on the side, or I can hit the power button 2 times. And the camera has some really cool features. Like, I like this single take feature. It allows me to take multiple pictures and videos by pressing 1 button. There's the night feature, which helps me to take photos at night. So I've taken some really good photos with that. And then there's the video feature, where I can record videos. I can do selfie videos by just flipping my finger up on the screen. But that's really all I want to show you with my camera. And in fact, that's really all I can tell you about my phone right now. So I want to say thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Okay. So I talked about these, and how did I talk about them? Well, I just moved the phone around and I pointed at them. I opened apps. I turned on the camera, right? Can I change the section order, right? So here's my section order. This was first, this was second, this was third. Can I change this order? Yes, I could do like this. I could talk about the apps first. I could talk about the camera second. I could talk about the design third. Doesn't matter. I could talk about the apps third. I could talk about the design first. It doesn't matter. I can just talk about whatever I want. Oh, and I see some students answered yes. Right. So, did my focus points have an order? For 1 EP, did my focus points have an order? I'll give a point for the best guess. Yes or no? Yes or no? Did my focus points have an order? Yes or no? Okay. So, Hanji Min, you said no. Jungsa Hyuk, you said yes. I will give you both. I'll give you both because you're both right. There was no real order. I could go whatever order I want. So let me see, Jung Sung Hyuk, and who was the other one? Hanji Min. Yes. So I would say yes and no. All right. Actually, we don't really have time for this activity, so I'm just going to have to skip this for now. What I was going to ask you to do is each group member would pick a unique section like design or the camera or apps or widgets or music or video, something like that, right? I was going to ask each group to pick one unique section and plan a 30-second presentation for it. Unfortunately, I don't think we have time because we still have to do the vocabulary. So this is something that you can do at home, just like you did when you made your first presentation. So I would say, if you can, try to practice this. It's a really good way to practice using focus points and sections. Okay, but we don't have time for this, so we're just going to skip this and skip this as well. And hopefully after you do this, you'll feel better about saying yes to these questions. Okay, let me just finish up. So by using these 4 tricks, making a list, practicing with a partner, using focus points or ideas, using sections to organize your ideas, all of this will help you learn your presentation and become better at doing presentations. Also, don't forget to get your group members Kakao IDs, members, Kakao IDs to practice presentation 1. You don't have to, but you should. Okay? So you don't have to do it, but you should. Remember, like, I think this is helpful, and I would hope that you try this, but you don't have to do it. But it's a good way to practice doing presentation 1 first before you make your YouTube video. Okay? So I would say try doing that. See, it's a good idea. It's a good idea if you can do that. But I know a lot of students may not feel comfortable doing it, but I think you should. But you don't have to. Okay? All right. So that is it. If you have any questions about presentation 1, then you can ask me at the end of class. Okay, so let me get us into the vocabulary. So for the vocabulary, you need to go here. Okay. And when you go there, you need to put in this number. So right here, put it in right there. You can use your smartphone or your computer. Okay. And when you go, you'll see this and you hit spin. And I like that nickname, so I'm going to go with that. Okay, so you can see the questions and answers here when we start, or you can see them on the Zoom class, okay? But I'm going to close this because I don't need to be here. All right, so still waiting on some students to join. Ow, my ear hurts. Just down a little bit. Okay, still waiting on quite a few students. But I just want to let you know that if you get kicked out or you can't join for some reason, you can always go back to the Kahoot website and use the code, okay? So we are actually running out of time, so you can join anytime. But we need to start right now. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. While insulting the umpire, the angry parent blank out the ref for making a bad call. Okay, so insulting is like saying bad names, to the baseball, um, not player, but the baseball like police officer is another way of thinking of him. Ah, shouted out. Yes. So this shouted out means like shouting louder to make somebody quiet, right? Okay, so that one's a little tricky because you have to know a little bit about baseball. But let's see who got it. Okay, so Dazzled Lizard got it on first. Well done to everybody else here. Let's see if Dazzled Lizard can hold on. Most teachers in school expect you to be blank to both them and the other students. So they want you to be, teachers in school expect or want you to be blank to the teachers and the other students. Polite, right? So in my class, right, I tell you that it's rude to not do the chatting activity with other students because you could hurt their grade, because that's not polite, right? So when I say it's rude, I mean it's not polite. Okay, so Dazzled Lizard still on top, and Proud Pigeon and Elated Leopard are moving up. Nicely done. Next one. After finding out the politician had stolen money, the voters lost all blank for him. Respect, right? So they don't respect him because he stole the money. Okay, next one. Ooh, wow. Okay, so Bold Buffalo, you got 3 correct answers. You got 1, 2, 3 correct answers with no wrong answers. So now you are getting bonus points for every question. If you get a wrong answer, you lose the bonus points. Okay? So, or you no longer get bonus points, okay? So try to keep it up and you might win this. Find the antonym for the word courteous. So antonym is opposite meaning. Find the opposite meaning of courteous. Impolite, right? So we could have said rude, right? Rude is also the opposite of courteous. All right. Ooh, Elated Leopard back on top. And Bright Bobcat is getting some bonus points now. The blank continued as more and more protesters were beaten by police in the streets. Violence, right. There's more violence because more people were beaten, right? Not a good story. Ooh, Dazzled Lizard back on top or moving up. And older people struggle to find their place in a changing technological where. So this might be a little confusing when we say struggle to find their place. So to find their place means like to find a place in society, right? Usually in Korean society, right? Old people are seen as being like kind of the best, sort of we respect the most, but maybe technology is changing that, right? Maybe people don't see them as so high because they're not able to use technology. I don't know. But that's something that happens in America, anyways. Ooh, Bold Buffalo making a bold move to get to the top, and Bright Bobcat still getting those bonus points. Good job. With the new promotion, the doctor's sphere of blank widened or grew significantly. So widen just means grow or grew, got bigger. Yes, influence. So the promotion means the doctor moved up as like a higher job, which means the doctor has more people working below him. So the doctor's here, and then there's other nurses and doctors working for him or her. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Elated Leopard, still getting those bonus points. Wow, doing very well. And Proud Pigeon moved up one spot. If you plan to attend a black tie event, you should learn proper blank first. So this just means a event where you dress nice with like a black jacket, black little bow tie. Girls or women would wear like a nice dress. It's kind of like do you know the Oscars? That would be a black tie event. Etiquette, right? Etiquette. So etiquette is behavior, proper behavior. And ooh, Flying Elk moved up into the top 5. The athlete's unsportsmanlike blank on the field caused him to be ejected from the game. So he had to leave the game because he was not being a good sports athlete. He was maybe trying to hurt people or cheating. Behavior, right. Ooh, Elated Leopard moving up. Watch out, Bold Buffalo. Although Saul used to be an blank student, he now chats with friends during class. Okay, so if you didn't get this one, that's okay. Attentive is like pay attention, right? Somebody who is attentive pays attention, right? So attentive, attention, very similar in meaning. Ooh, Proud Pigeon moving up, and Bold Buffalo staying on top somehow. Got a lot of points, I guess. Since Sarah's parents taught her good blank, she doesn't laugh at the problems of others. Manners. Yeah, good manners, right? It's rude to laugh at others' problems, right? So she's not laughing at other people's problems, so she has good manners. All right, let's see. Oh, next. No big changes there. Darren was called to the blank after he got into a fist fight with another student. Principals, right? So the principal is like the boss of the school, right? So you had to go to the principal's office. Let's see. So no changes on the top. After 1 hour of questioning, the killer was forced to blank that he committed the crime. So he did the crime. He did the crime. The killer did the crime. Admit, right, admit that he did the crime. And Fearless Al moves up. Bold Buffalo getting those bonus points now. Going to be hard to beat Bold Buffalo. After additional practice, the football coach was sure that the team would blank their ranking. Improve their ranking, right? They go up, right? They go from 5th to 4th, right? Something like that. Ooh, Proud Pigeon's moving up. It's going to be hard to catch that Bold Buffalo, though. The blank manager adjusted the air conditioner when I complained about the heat. Courteous, right? Because the air conditioner or the aircon maybe went up or down. Probably up. Fearless Owl moved up. Good job. Since the child was spoiled throughout his life, he was blank when speaking to others. Rude, right? He was spoiled, which means he got too much stuff, and so he was rude when he spoke to others. She wanted her, oh, just this. She wanted to find her engagement ring because it is blank and her dead husband chose it. Valuable, right? It has a lot of money, right? It has a diamond ring, maybe. Oh, belated leopard, moving up. When people give you wedding gifts, it is common blank to write notes of appreciation. Yes, so this is actually an expression, common courtesy. Common courtesy just means like a normal, nice thing to do, right? So if somebody gives you a gift, you write a little note saying, and you give them the note and say, thank you, right? It's a common courtesy. So everyone does it. It's a nice thing that everyone does. So if you didn't get that one's a little tricky. The actress walked into the cinema and her fans blank, which created a wave of sound. Screamed, right. That one's pretty easy. No changes there. Farmers were unable to blank with the harsh, dry weather, and many of their crops died. So their plants died, like the rice or the corn, potatoes, everything died. Deal, right? Deal with. Deal with means manage, to manage. Okay, and last one. Yes, so they had more calories consumed. They ate or drank more calories, and so they gained weight. All right, let's see who won. So third place, Elated Leopard. Nicely done. Fearless Al, I'm going to give you some extra love. And the big time winner, Bold Buffalo, you get all the extra love. So well done. And before we go, here is your homework. When is presentation 1 due? Nope, not next week. Let's look at the schedule. So which day is this? Yes, 4/21, right. You can submit it before 4/21, okay? So you can submit it before 4/21. And remember to follow the email guide or rules when you send me the video or the YouTube link. If you have any questions about presentation 1, then you can stay. If not, then you can go. I'll say goodbye to students that are leaving now. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Magamoon, Jung Sa-hyuk, and Jun Ji-yeon. Do you have any questions? Oh, yes, I will change your attendance, Jun Sa-hyuk. You're welcome. Magamoon, Jun Ji-yeon, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Hello, hello. Do you have any questions? Magamoon? Magamoon? Junjiyan? Junjiyan? Do you have any questions? Okay, I'm going to say goodbye now.